What is up? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell, and we've got a fantastic show for you this afternoon. Hope you're doing great. Now, hopefully you could see a little bit of a resolution clarity upgrade in our products here at Driving the Line. We should be in 4K streaming now and getting to 8K. So hopefully our camera work upgrades, everything looks good. We're going to continue to get better with that. Anyways, good to see everybody. Now, how we did yesterday. All right. Arkansas handled business. Nice job. Nice job. Arkansas, we get it. UConn ends up winning in overtime. That didn't help us. Didn't get to double digits. Man, UConn, quite frankly, should have lost that game. But go 1-1, man. We'll take it. Danimal, what's good, AB? From the mail truck. Let's go. Shout out to the United States Postal Service and all of our wonderful mail carriers across any company. Shout out to you. You keep America going. We appreciate you. All right. Hey, Jared, AB, you keep me going. Love you, my dude. Hey, love you too, big dog. Y'all keep me going. Let's go. All right. So let's jump into it today. And again, we've been talking all week about how do we optimize these afternoon shows, right? Like, how do we get our operation good now that we're transitioning from football to betting basketball? Because it's kind of a different, well, I'm not sport. Obviously, it's a different sport, but it's a different sport within betting, right? So we're going to start here, and we're going to walk through some of these games. All right, Julius Randle, over 1.5 threes, minus 105. I'm going to take a shot on it tonight. All right, now, the thing, and we'll talk about this here in 1 second. We're going to go through all 4 NBA games. But I think we can get Randall over 1.5 threes. All right, we just need the opportunities, okay? He's kind of like Jokic, man. There's a lot of 1-for-2s, right? If we can get him in that 4 to 5 to 6 in terms of, three-pointers attempted, I think we can get there. We're going to have a pretty good game tonight. So I want to start there. And then, look, college basketball, I wish I'd have jumped on it this morning. San Diego minus 4.5. We could have gotten it 3.5. If anybody did, shout out to you. Well done. I wish I would have. But I'm going to roll with it minus 4.5 against Pepperdine. No doubt. So start there. Now, we've got college football playoffs. So I don't want to ignore the massive game that we have tonight, right? But we talked about it this morning, so I don't want to chew my food twice. So if anybody wants to talk about college football, the game tonight, game tomorrow, if you want to talk NFL, feel free, drop that in. But I'm going to go with the NBA just in case, because it's something that we haven't discussed already, right? But feel free to stop me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, and that's like I said, man, we're just figuring out how to optimize morning show, afternoon show, and get it all set up. Johnny Boy said, Pepperdine is a bad basketball team, bro. They're very bad. Very bad, right? So it's like, not that San Diego's great. They're not. And don't like betting on bad teams, but, bro, I'm with you. It could be trouble. What up, crew? Glad to be here. Dude, Tizzle, so good to see you, man. I'm glad to have you here. Glad to have the whole crew here, man. Oh, dude. Cap Height said, AB, what's really good, my guy? Let's cash out. Let's cash out. Try not to crash out. Well said. Obviously, Cap Height's crushing it. Yeah. And everybody make sure like, subscribe, follow, no doubt, all of that. Cap Heights keeps it 100 at all times. Now, speaking of the NBA, so again, we could form this show however best. Okay. So let's just take a look here, see what we like, see what we don't like. All right. Game number 1, the NBA. Pacers and the Hornets. 2 bad teams, okay? Pacers 6-31, Hornets 13-24. So you got the Hornets at home, a 4.5-point favorite. Again, total of 232.5. These are 2 teams not very good. Okay, Adam, look at this. 1-0 to start the day with Hofstra. Let's go. Proud of you, Adam. Crushing it. Liddy said, what's up? What's up, baby? So good to see you, man. All right. So let's take a look at player props here. Can I interest you in points? All right. And again, real quick, anybody that's brand new, Driving the Line is the most interactive game show in the sports betting game, meaning Conversate with me. You know what I mean? Drop them in. What do you got? What do you like? What do you not like? Yeah, we're going to go through each game. So points-wise, all right, Pascal Siakam, 26.5. You got Brandon Miller, 20.5. Miles Bridges, 18.5. Double K's, 18.5. Andrew Nimhard, 18.5. Nesmith, 17.5. LaMelo, 17.5. Colin Sexton, 13.5. And TJ McConnell, over 11.5. Now, you can take a look here and you can see the points per game averages. All right, so I say it as, look, we've got folks in the chat that straight NBA experts to the fullest, right? Don't miss a minute. And other folks saying, AB, hey, man, just getting out of football. Well, not even out of football, but you know what I mean. Like, just really starting to jump in to the NBA, college basketball. Hey, you're in the right spot, man. All right. So, again, you got two bad teams. Now, points-wise, what about threes? Scotty said, hi, AB. Love the video on anxiety. Man, I hope it helped, man. And for anybody. And, again, I don't have all the answers, but I'm definitely down to talk about this stuff because life is hard. But it's a lot easier when you do it together. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you saying that, man. That means a lot. It wasn't easy to make it, you know? So hopefully anybody deals with anxiety, go check that video out on you can see it on our front page here at Driving the Line. Yeah, hopefully it helps, man. Anxiety can be crippling. Threes, what do you like here? Anybody you see? I mean, look, you got a lot. Look, you're also going to have so many props that are juiced that are just really unplayable, you know? Like, who's going to play Brandon Miller over 2.5 threes minus 150 unless you're putting it in the same game parlay, right? So, yeah, I mean, you got LaMelo Ball here. Pascal Siakam, the juice-wise. Now, you can obviously move these numbers around, but, yeah. So, that's game number one. Game number two. Big Brian said, I'm going to get AB a Masters hat. Oh, my goodness. Whew, man, that would be unbelievable. I'd give you a huge hug, my man. Heat and the Bulls. All right, play-in game feel here. All right, Heat 7.5-point favorites on the road. Total 237.5. All right, so I know that these numbers are tough to see. But, yeah, Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, Nikola Vucevic. All right. And I'm not even going to try Bucelis. I always mess his name up. Kobe White, Bam Adebayo. Keep going down the list, right? Anybody going off little Jaime Jaquez Jr. there, 12.5? Scotty, you going Bam pants? Bam pants. Bam points over Bam pants. That's a name right there. Yeah. All right. What about threes here? Anything you like? Anybody hitting on that Kobe White over 2.5 threes? Plus 133. Yep. There you go. Cap Heights. AB, that's what's making you a real one. You're a man of the people, not just pushing your brand. Dropping bad prop pick. Hey, absolutely, man. I appreciate you saying that for real. And yeah, everybody, for real, go follow, like, subscribe, all that. Cap Heights King. Do that for sure. I appreciate you, buddy. All right. Next one here. Cavs and the Wolves. All right. So I'm on Julius Randle over 1.5 threes. I think we're going to have a tight game. I think it's going to be an excellent one. Obviously, minutes, we're going to want to get as many as we can. I think the last two games, I think he's averaged 26 per. So if we can get those high 20s and a tight game, I think we're going to get opportunities. Again, it's the 3-pointers attempted. If we get that game where, he only puts up 2 threes, well, we got to hit them both. But hopefully we can get that close to that 5-6 range. I think we will. Be a tight game. So the Wolves, 2.5-point favorites. Matty Boy said, punching in late, gang. What's good, Hosses? What's good, bro? Sam, what's up, baby? Ole Miss coaches will be missed during the game when things get dicey, regardless of which Beck we get. Miami wins. They'll handily win the battle up front on both sides. Fletcher, 2 TDs tonight as well. Sam, first off, appreciate you. And so good to see you. And, yeah, I pretty much agree with all. Like, I don't disagree with any of it. I agree with you. Dan, well, usually if you wait, Bulls would get out to a hot start, then crash. Wait to get heat at a better number. Live might be the play. Good look right there, brother. Marshall, Bulls have played a lot of ball this year. They're 5 games in 8 days. Got to fade. Good look there, too. Tizzle, Panthers, Rams, Packers, Bears. I'm taking both games under 49.5. Longest field goal. Rain and 40-mile-an-hour gusts in Carolina. Snow and 25 to 30-mile-an-hour gusts in Chicago. Bet pays out plus 265. Thank you, and I love that. Let me star that. That's an excellent one. Let me read it again. Panthers, Rams, Packers, Bears. Taking both games under 49.5. Longest field goal. There we go. Excellent look, Tizzle. I appreciate you, man. Big Jared. Hey, that's you, bro. That's you. Cap Heights. AB, I'm going 80 for 2 dunks against Utah defense on Prize Picks. Beautiful look right there. Let me start that as well. All right. Going 80, 2 dunks here against Utah. Boom. I love it, man. And thank you for dropping that in. All right, points. You got a lot of stars in this game. Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Naz Reid, Jade McDaniels, Dante DiVincenzo, Jared Allen, DeAndre Hunter, Rudy Gobert. Man. You got some names on this one. All right, what about threes? Donovan Mitchell. Anybody going over 3.5 on Spida? All right, let me pull this full screen so you can see the numbers again. I apologize. I know that they're small. But you can see the three-pointers, the average made per game. On the left side in yellow. Yeah, so again, we're on Julius Randle over 1.5, minus 105. I think we're going to get the opportunities tonight. I think. All right, Mavs and the Jazz. Johnny Boy said, like Donovan Mitchell points tonight. Yeah, I mean, I agree. And I'm laughing because he's just so good, man. That dude is so good. I'll tell you this, too. I know we talk about it. Man, like, I love watching this Knicks basketball team. If you're somebody out there who's like, AB, I don't have an NBA team. I don't have anything. Go watch the Knicks, for real. They're a fun team. Now, there are others, too. Look, Mitchell and the Cavs are fun. The Timberwolves are fun. But, yeah, check out the Knicks. I know they're not playing tonight. This information doesn't help tonight. But, all right, Mavericks and the Jazz. What are we doing here? Mavericks, 6.5-point favorites on the road. A team that's 14-23. And you got to get 7+ on the road. Scotty said Clay threes. Ooh, I like the way you're thinking, my man. All right, so let's look at points. Here are the players you have in this game. All right, Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George, Anthony Davis, speaking of AD right there, Cooper Flagg. He's been a stud. Najee Marshall, Brandon Williams, Klay Thompson, Max Christie, Bryce Sensabaugh, Kyle Filipowski. Cap Heights, Cooper Flagg over 12.5 rebounds and assists all day. Beautiful. Let me start that as well. Cap Heights, appreciate you on that. Kirk, Nurkic assists when it comes out. Beautiful look. Tizzle, Utah second in NBA with a 23-14 record for the over. Excellent look, my friend. Got a total of 240.5. Man, y'all the best. Good stats. All right. Speaking of threes, Klay Thompson over 2.5 threes, minus 137. What do you think? Is minus 130, like, what's the highest you'll bet on like a standard player prop? Do you have like an imaginary ceiling? Like, I think minus 125 for me is about where I start going. So I ask you, and I don't say that I'm right or wrong. I'm just, it's just what pops in, each bettor's head, right? But where do you stand on a minus 137? Would you play that standalone? Klay's averaging 2.5 threes per game, right? So same deal with Max Christie. Over 2.5 threes, minus 134. Tizzle said, Tony, tell the Iceman he's about to have the bounce back of a lifetime today. Let's go. Let's go, Ice. My boy. Cap Ice. Daniel Gafford over 7 rebounds, maybe even 7.5 on Demon pick on Prize Picks. Let's go. Love that too. Hey, and I appreciate this. And anybody, that rolls Prize Picks, man, appreciate that. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, man. Appreciate you leading the charge on that. Scotty, Clay's threes in Miami. Ooh. All right, we're going to talk about college football in just 1 second. Clay threes in Miami, Ole Miss under 55. I rock with that. What do y'all think about that? Paul, AB for the people. Hey, let's go. Paul, I appreciate you, man. All right, so that's the NBA tonight, right? So let me get the picks up here. And again, hold on, camera's mirrored. Shout out to Big Tony, dude. Sorry. Could get it. Get that 3D printed. That is so dope, man. Appreciate that. It's awesome. All right, let me get the picks and let's talk some college football. All right, Julius Randle over 1.5 threes. Timberwolves minus 105. Then San Diego. And I know I didn't have a graphic for it on San Diego. They're playing Pepperdine. Again, Pepperdine is bad. And not that San Diego's good. They're not. But they're kind of good. Like, in this sense. Pepperdine's that bad. Let me just say this better. Tony, glad I love it, man. Thank you, bro. Love the DTL chain. Dude, me too, right? It's so awesome, man. Shout out to Tony. All right, so we're going to go Julius Randle over 1.5 threes. We're going to go San Diego minus 4.5. All right, let me see if I can pull up the slides from this morning. Let's talk some college football. Speaking of Prize Picks, by the way, I'm sorry, not Prize Picks, Pickett. Hold on. Sorry, Pickett. I didn't mean that. Yeah, if anybody going to use, sorry, I'm all over the board. If anybody's going to use Pickett, use promo code Zach Phelps, ZACKPHELPS, to sign up and cash in. No doubt. Okay. All right, let me find college football here. Yeah, here we go. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking tonight? Brian. Ooh, and okay. Remember next week the golf season starts. Check out the Discord, and we have a great golf capper in the room now. Tizzle, beautiful. I love it. And Brian, I've got an email coming back to you. I love all of it. I cannot wait for this year. And anybody getting ready for golf season, yeah, our man Brian. You see the name right there. He is the dude. Cannot wait. And Tizzle, bringing it, baby. Let's go. I love it, man. Y'all going to be tag team champions. It's like the Road Warriors came back saying Vucevic. God, that's a tough name. 2 + 3s hit in 4 out of the last 5. Parlay with Cooper Flag. 1 + 3 equals 4. 1 + 42 or plus 142. Flag has hit 1 + 3 in 5 out of the last 5. Following shooting 50% from the field. That is an amazing stat. I am not going to try to read it because I butchered what excellent writing that you did there because that was not easy to write. Well done. Well done. An excellent stat, dude. Great pull. Yeah, thank you for you being the whole crew. Love y'all. Pick me up, man. No doubt. All of us together, man. All of us together. All right. So what are you feeling? Tizzle, I'm on the Canes -3. Look, I am too. Like, I'm feeling Miami here. Brian, absolutely. Me too, bro. Me too. Big Tony, there's going to be a party tonight. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm so excited that y'all are all getting together as y'all have been. That's going to be great, man. And best of luck, buddy. And any Ole Miss fans that we have in the chat, look, I'm not against you. Best of luck as well. It's going to be one heck of a Cinderella game tonight, right? Now, here's my question. How conservative in terms of play calling does this get? Sorry, I didn't mean to pull that off. Right? Because you can't win the game in the first quarter, but you could lose the game in the first quarter, right? For me, I'm interested in how aggressive Miami comes out, because if that run game for Miami is working early, oh no. Like, I think Ole Miss's best shot here is to get Carson Beck in one of those really forcing the ball into tight windows type of a, atmosphere. But if Miami's running the ball and he's not having to fit tight windows, he's hitting short yard. Watch that. Watch the duration of like the yardage of, per pass for Miami. I bet it's going to start pretty small, and it will be dependent on how well they run the football. If they could come out in the game and run the football well, and they're throwing 3 to 5 yard passes that are obviously 90% completable, either we're going to get 2,000 points because Ole Miss is going to have to get them, or it's going to be trouble. Hawk, the U is not going to let Beck lose it for him. Ole Miss has to get the game in his hands. Agreed. I think that you're going to have Miami absolutely forcing the run, like almost like the Seahawks. You know what I mean? Like what we talk about, and I think you said it best, right? You're like, whether the run game's there or not, they're going to be running the football, talking about the Seahawks. Yeah, I think you're going to get some of that with Miami tonight. And I would too. Tony might change play calls and going 4-on-4. Yeah. Like, we're in the Final Four now, right? So I'm fascinated. Like, we're on the under 42 and or 52 and a half. Let's remember our key numbers: 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 52 with a field goal. So that's 7 touchdowns and a field goal. And we're still have the hook. Now, again, that might not mean anything. And that's what scares me, is that this game could be 95 points scored. This game could be 17 points scored. I know that Miami defense is ready to go, right? How aggressive is Ole Miss going to be? How conservative are they going to be allowed to be? Meaning, who scores first? Who gets to 10 first? Is there a double-digit lead in this game? That could change. Beck needs to just be a game manager tonight. Get Fletcher going early. They can run on Ole Miss easy. Their defense will set them up as well. With good field, Ole Miss quarterback will make mistakes. And look, we love Trinidad. And, Betty Boy, love the nightly news version of AB. Yes, I like it too. Yeah. Like what we were just talking about with Carson Beck is the same thing with Trinidad, right? Because that Miami defensive front is going to be a problem. You know what I mean? They're all going to the league, as it was said in the chat this morning. Excellently said, by the way. They're all going to the league. Yeah. So, but man, that's what makes it so tough, though, is that we get both Cinderella teams. And not that they're not supposed to be here, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just amazing runs that both of these teams are having. And the national championships in Miami. So Miami's playing in Arizona to go, if they win, play the national championship at home. Man. Hawk, college football sometimes comes down to who has the best player in the field. Who's the best player in this game? Right? Yeah. I think I'm going to Miami on both sides here. Kirk, I'm all in on Miami player prop rushing yards tonight. Agreed. Mental, as an LSU fan, I was all in with SEC, but after the Ole Miss Stalker X vibe all week, I'm starting to lean Miami. I know what you mean. The LSU angle of this is fascinating because it's like, I need my coaches now. All right, that's great what y'all been doing. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. This is awoken. Like we've had a couple LSU fans in here that are like, man, I'm having to deal with these Ole Miss fans. Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. And look, as much as we just said of giving respect to Miami, Trinidad Chambliss for Ole Miss, their quarterback, is so good. He is good. He's good enough to come out here and stone cold Miami. Now, I'm not saying that happens, and I'm not betting on it, but yeah, like we ain't sleeping on Ole Miss one bit. They're here for a reason. And Trinidad is like, I'm not afraid of anybody, anytime, anywhere. The portal hate has been hilarious. I know. And like, bro, as a Tennessee guy, like in the SEC, but we're not in the mix of anything, you know what I mean? And we're just certainly not playing for anything. I just sit back and I'm like, oh, this is fascinating. Oh man. The Lane Kiffin era, dude. Like there's no other way that it could have started than something wild like this, right? And I say that as, I mean, you've heard it. I love Lane. He used to be my coach. Lane's great. Yeah. All right. So that's what we got. All right. Let me get the picks back up here. Sorry, I had two different slides going. Give me Julius Randle over 1.5 threes minus 105. And give me San Diego minus 4.5 minus 110. Hey, middle. There we go. There we go. Hey, appreciate it. I'll say this. You know, the funniest part is in a group text of mine with Randall and some of the boys in it. One of our guys is a Bama guy. And he's not saying it, but there for a while, there was some jealousy that LSU got Lane Kiffin. It wasn't said, but it was noticed. Like, yeah, I think Bama fans thought that Lane was like always their guy, you know? And I'm not coming at Bama fans. Look, a bunch of my friends are Bama fans. I just kind of like, I noticed the little hint of it. They're like, in a weird world, Lane could have been here one day, but it's LSU. All right, Zach, I think Miami's D-line will get wore down quick, chasing Chambliss around. Look, it could be. You know, and Zach, you bring up an excellent point, too, in the fact that I think this is going to be a time of possession game tonight. You know what I mean? For both, I think. But man, you know, the difficult part, especially with playing an under, is that in college, man, that clock slows down. You get to like, I mean, it could speed up. I totally understand it, but so much can happen when you have like 8 minutes left in the third quarter. You look up, you're feeling good on the under, and then you're very not. And both of these teams are very conducive to explosive plays ASAP, offensively and defensively. That's another thing. Is anybody betting on any kind of defensive touchdown? Because that is very much in play. Miami's front seven is the closest thing to seeing NFL-type front sevens. Notice how dudes with legs can't outrun NFL guys. We'll see Trinidad get reality checked by them tonight. No doubt. and I love that you said front seven, because you're exactly right. It ain't just the front four. It's the seven. Yeah. And the back four ain't bad either. Yeah. Dizzle, Miami's played a ton of dual threat QBs. Byron Brown runs on everyone. He had 2 rushing yards. There you go. Saying overtime 2 screws you, no doubt. That's the tough part right there. Saban told us he's going nowhere. That impressor in Miami during Christmas. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. No doubt. All right. We'll get out of here. I don't want to keep you guys. All right. It's going to be an awesome game tonight. Let me hit the picks just one more time. Julius Randle over 1.5 threes, minus 105. San Diego college basketball, minus 4.5, minus 110. All right. We'll jump out of here. Appreciate all of you for real. Bless you all. It's going to be a great rest of the Thursday. Let's enjoy the games tonight, and we're going to bring it tomorrow. Get ready for game 2 of the college football playoff. All right, everybody have a wonderful Thursday, and we'll see you in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. Peace. Who's got it better than us?